Yo, yo, welcome to the final day of the Shakedown Roundup. We did a day one Shakedown Roundup, and we're back. It's been a whole week of shaking down, and now we will see where that shake has fallen down to. That makes no sense, but we're back for our roundup. We've got an infinite amount of tabs open here off the screen on the top here to go through. Lots of bits and bobs. The thumbnail was the Aston Martin as that got revealed. Obviously, since we streamed, the Ferrari also went out and the McLaren went out as well. So we've got those to look through. But the exciting thing was yesterday, the Aston today as well. And hey, has Adrian Newey cooked? That's the question we're asking. Has Adrian Newey really done it? Has he really done it? Because the Aston's looking aggressive, innit? It's looking tasty. There has been so much social media stuff. Yeah, there's been a lot. To go through. Like, I mean, with F1, we've got tweets from Jan, what was it? 27th, from the Tuesday. So we got a lot of content to go through. And then little bits and bobs. I've got various things on Aston, Williams, Ferrari, just any coverage from the seemingly one Spanish outlet that's got any sort of news and photos. Soy Motor, is it? What else we got up here? Oh, we even got some Lego news that I wanted to quickly gloss over. We'll get some bits from Sky and the race as well. Dr. Ob saying it's not that crazy though. I mean, it's not like it's not like what insane, but I think for Aston it's pretty aggressive. That's what we wanted to see. It's exactly what you wanted to see from a Newey designed Aston compared to Aston's previous designs where it was a little bit timid at times, and they didn't start 2022 in the best way possible. So yeah, it's maybe not groundbreaking, but it's just the hallmarks of a Newey car, and that's what's exciting, because generally you feel like he's got a good baseline to work from, so we'll see that. But we'll go through the F1 content first of all, and then we'll get to that basically. But yeah, so Cadillac, got a video here from Cadillac showing the on-track, the blinkers it is for the first time really as well. You can see them blinking away. I think we maybe went through that right at the end of last stream. We had F1 announcing. Any football fans in here, did you see this announcement? And I just think I see Standard Chartered and I think Liverpool. I really do. I was like, hang on a minute, what? So new sponsor? I mean, F1 just keeps adding sponsors everywhere. What on earth is the official partner for wealth management and corporate investment banking? They are just making up. They're just making up sponsor slots. There's soon going to be we've got a drink sponsor. There's going to be a official partner for ice in beverages, and it's going to be just a brand that makes ice. Literally, they're just making up slots to get the money rolling in. But Fairs, bring back Siggy brands. I don't feel like that's ever going to happen. But yeah, unfortunately, there are some absolutely iconic liveries with cigarette brands. Annoyingly, they had amazing designs. They had amazing designs. Did I see the Aston broke down yesterday? Yes, that was unfortunate. They didn't even get out to the very end of the day, to be fair, so they didn't have much running to do exactly. I think even the mechanics were like, oh, it was quite a tight thing, wasn't it, to get the car out. So I mean, it happens. That's what the shakedown's for, I guess, is to, shake out any gremlins. And obviously, with a Honda engine, I was there for the Honda era. Honda may have ended really, really strong with Red Bull, but at the start, it wasn't too great. So we'll see. What else we got here? Okay, first look at Active Aero from Mercedes, which is pretty cool. You need to look a bit close at those circles. You'll notice it's not there, and then the sponsor pops up. Although Merc have a very, I saw Merc have a bit more of a conservative Active Aero on their front wing. Don't know if you guys have seen that post, but it was, I couldn't find it, but it was basically Ferrari's front wing, their two flaps both collapse. Whereas the Mercedes one, so you have the main plane, the main flap, the main, you know, the main part of the front wing on the bottom. Then you have two levels of flaps. The Ferrari, both flaps close, and it's just like based off the bottom one, like they collapse. The Merc one, they've got the main one, they've got the first one that's stationary still, and only the top flap closes down, which is quite interesting. So Merc going for, well, they're kind of not using all of the winglet that can be moved. Initially, I don't know if they're going to change that design, if it's a reliability thing, or I don't know. But yeah, so I didn't really think that was going to be a thing of teams choosing a different configuration level of how much the front wing opens up, let's say. I thought there'd be, you know, maybe, you know, things about, you know, the wing level they use initially, you know, for drag when it's in corner mode, and then obviously it closes. But I didn't think they were going to start picking like, oh, we're only going to open the top flap up, you know. Maybe for higher downforce circuits, maybe other teams will follow suit. Like maybe we'll see the Ferrari only open the top flap at, like, I don't know, Monaco, because it doesn't make sense. Because, yeah, maybe like the aero change is too drastic that they need or something. I don't know. But yeah, very peculiar thing. Hope it's not a GP2 engine. Yeah. Unfortunately, when the Aston stopped yesterday, it did give some GP2 vibes. But let's hope not. Let's hope not. Please, God, no. Fernando and Honda engine does not mix. I mean, you're not wrong, but, you know, you're not wrong. What's my hot take for 2026? For team and my hot take. Ooh, let's go for, okay, team-wise, Dan, no skill, Alonso World Drivers' Championship. This is the guy that has a Fernando Alonso cutout in his bedroom, no less. Of course, of course. Welcome, by the way, mate. World Drivers' Championship. I mean, it's not a hot take. I would put money on one of the Mercs, but I would love Antonelli to surprise up and slap away a title chance away from Russell. I think that would be quite peak for Russell. If all this time he's been building to a championship and then Antonelli just, you know, bats him away and beats him over the course of the season. Team-wise, the hot take I feel like is going to be that Aston will finish top two. Top two finish for Aston Martin. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for it. Aston Martin top two. That's what I'm gonna go for. That's what I'm gonna go for. Merc is on fire. Williams will have a car. That's a pretty hot take, to be fair, that Williams will just turn up with a car. Okay, this is exciting. We didn't see this on stream when we talked about it because we were streaming on Monday, but Ferrari on track with the exact same car they had at Maranello, by the way. So no funny business there. Although we've been told that Ferrari have gone conservative with a Spec A and that they are going to have a more aggressive package. So maybe that could be debuted in one of the Bahrain testings. We'll see. That Ferrari engine sounds lovely. Again, I said that on Monday. I don't care what anyone says. That Ferrari looks mean. That Ferrari looks naughty. With the black wings, lovely. And then I was a fan of the white anyway. So P13 never sounded so beautiful, someone said. Please, God, no. Not a fan of the serrated shark fin. It's a bit odd, but I didn't really clock it at the time. My engineering knowledge left me, but now it makes a lot of sense to me that, yeah, they've done the serrated edge just because every little edge creates a little bit of a vortex. So it's trying to energize the air on the top of that shark fin as it goes towards the rear wing. So it makes actually a bit of sense. And McLaren also turn up with a serrated shark fin as well. So they're not alone. The Red Bull still looking lovely as ever. And now, compared to the Aston, the nose doesn't look so chunky because the Aston's got a wham. Absolutely mahoosive nose when it debuted. Right, let's see what George said.
There's obviously a lot of anticipation for these new power units, and yeah, so far I think just generally on the whole, the amount of power they give is pretty impressive. I think for all the cars I was watching today, with all the different...
He's added that in. He's added that in. He was just confident about his own car and his own engine. And he's thought on the fly. Let me just mention the different power units. Clever. 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 I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, George Russell. You don't fool me.
Power units, probably the quickest I've ever seen an F1 car pass here in Barcelona. So that was pretty exciting to see, and the cars do generally feel like you feel it being smaller. You can feel that weight reduction compared to previous years. So I think from that aspect as well, it's gone in a good direction.
I think he's quietly confident. I feel like Mercedes are all quietly confident. I just can't prove it. Thank you very much. Someone got the reference. I just can't prove it. I know he is just telling a little lie about, oh, all the power units look great. You cannot say that some of the power units look great compared to the Mercedes one, all right? The Audi one was a little bit iffy at times, let's be real, throughout this week. MV3. It's odd seeing the 3 there. I'm not going to lie. It's giving... And even with the colours he's got, does it kind of not look like welcome back Daniel Ricciardo? From this angle, when you can't see the lion on the top of the helmet, it does look a bit like Danny Rick's back. Did I hear about Hadjar crashing? Yes. Actually, that reminds me. I need to get the photo. I need to bring up the photo of Hadjar crashing. I'll try and find it whilst this video plays. There we go. Not good. Not good. Not good. That looks like more than a minor off. That's what they said. Minor off, I think it was. That's more than a minor off. And what I love is Tom's tweet here. It's just some fan hidden in a tree getting this on camera. That is more than a minor off. Oh, wait, is there an actual video of it? Oh, I didn't even know there was a video of it. I mean, it's a minor spin, but it's a pretty hefty hit into the barrier. That's giving, unfortunately, like his fellow countrymen, it's giving Gasly crashing in pre-season testing for Red Bull. Who remembers that? It's giving that sort of same sentiment. Little spin. Yeah, Gasly 2019. That's not good. Oh, do you mean the video? Have I been baited? Have I been baited? Is the video from 2019? To be fair, I did think like this looks a lot like the Gasly crash, I remember. Either way, we've seen the photo anyway. We've seen the photo. Crash T9. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Gasly wasn't at this corner. Gasly was 2 corners before, right? Like before this left-hander, and it was up the right-hander, the quick right-hander into Sector 3. So this is the video of Hadjar. But yeah, sorry. I might have misunderstood what you said in chat. Yeah, I was referencing, when Gasly crashed, it was in 2019. That was the year. But yeah, he crashed at, like 2 corners before this. It was a bit more high speed than Hadjar, but that's still a considerable amount of damage, that is. Like, that whole thing's dented in. You can't even see where the right rear tire is. Hadjar doesn't last half the season. I really don't want that to be the case. I really want Hadjar to last. I really want Hadjar to make it work. I'm just sick of this whole second seat curse. Can someone please get it together and just survive. And just survive. Perez survived for a bit, but towards the end it got a little bit dicey and not great to watch. Why has this come up? What on earth is this livery? I don't remember this livery. And for good reason. I mentally must have blocked it out of my brain. Oh, ugly. Oh, my days. No, let's leave that. Let's leave that. All right, let's carry on with the F1 media we've got. some of the most skillful and fearless athletes on the planet, but accidentally they leave their passports in the washing. Who do we think out of these four that's going to be? They've all got mic. I was going to say who's got a mic in their hand or the boards up. Surely Lewis. I reckon it's Lewis. Lewis or Ollie. I feel like one of the Brits. That would be definitely leaving a passport in. A lot of you saying Ollie. Few Leclercs. Let's go.
Who is more likely to lose their passport?
Oh, it went to everyone. It wasn't just those four. It was everyone. Is it? Oh, they're guessing who's likely, but someone here admitted, because the way this reads is someone admitted they left it in a washing machine.
Many times. How?
How do you lose it 3 times?
The moment I leave my apartment at home, like my brain's just gone, and I can't remember anything.
Sometimes I leave it in my jeans, and then it goes through the.
Oh, Charles.
I've only got 2. That's how safe to it. But someone out there has your passport. Oh no. Then you cancel it. It's not like they can try you.
Yeah, but they have it.
They could still have it.
Oh wow.
Oh, the washing machine is out there.
Bring it back.
Oh, did Ollie also admit?
The washing machine.
Oh no, he was just commenting on Leclerc. Leclerc was the one who left it. Chuck, brother. What are we doing here, Chuck? Losing 3 passports a year, and one of them goes in the wash. Nah, brother. You got to do better. You got to do better than that. Some new shots of the Ferrari. That it looks sexy, man. You can't deny it. It looks lovely. Although, anyone else spot this? Why is this line off? Why do these lines not line up? Is anyone else spotting that and annoyed by that? Because I saw the first photos at Barcelona on Tuesday, and I thought immediately, why haven't the lines been lined up? What is going on? Just why? If you care about liveries like I do, yeah, I know there's a duct. You know the duct's there, designed for it. I'm going to get too mad. I'm going to get too passionate about that. It's fine. What we got? Old school clip. Russell. Stefano looking quite questionable. Here's the McLaren on track for the first time. It looks pretty mean. You got to admit, the Shakedown livery is very cool, actually. But the annoying thing is, if you were who was on stream here on Monday when I pointed out the obvious, and now it's even more obvious with this photo right here, that this livery is going to be the exact same as the last 2 years, because this is where the orange will be, huh? This grey will be where the orange is. I pointed it out. No, everyone was like, oh, brilliant test livery. Oh, bro, love the Shakedown livery. I saw it. I saw the truth. I saw the truth of the laziness going on. Okay? I saw it. Cue the music. Cue the music. Put it on. I saw it. I just knew. I knew. Look at that. That's where the orange is going to be. This bit here, orange. This bit, orange. Same. Look, black, orange. I knew it. Why is that? No, that's not the why is that other song played? There we go. Right. Yeah. But also at the same time, again, I'm actually attending a Puma event where I'm going to see the new McLaren livery unveiled in front of my eyes, and I will try and live stream it. And absolutely, if someone comes up to me on stream and goes, what do you think? I've got to say, it's lovely. And you guys need to shut up and don't snitch in chat. Okay? Because I need to pretend like I'm really inspired by the new livery. But if it's the same, I'm going to be a bit like, oh, come on, man. Because there are some great ways you could mix it up, spice it up, you know. I will do my part. Thank you very much. But yeah, that should be quite exciting. I actually got some more details. So apparently I'm fine to IRL stream from the Puma store for that McLaren event. I need to figure out, one, if my phone is going to have enough service, because if you've been around in central London, you'll know there are some spots where you just get no service. So I need to check if the Puma store is one of them. I need to figure out how to stream to YouTube, landscape, because you can stream to YouTube off the app, but it's only a short, like a vertical form. And I don't want that. I want landscape, obviously, for you guys watching like this. So I need to figure that out. And then also, they want me to try and stream on Instagram as well. And I do own a pair of those Meta glasses that have cameras in them. So I'm going to try and see if I can maybe, do a little Instagram live stream from my own POV. That's going to be the vibe, I think, on the on that event. So look out for that. That's Feb 8th. Feb 8th is that's when that's going to happen, basically. So that'll be pretty cool. On that note, actually, speaking about streams, maybe in the future, obviously Cadillac, they are unveiling their car during the Super Bowl. Okay. Now, I said, do we need to do like a watch along of the Super Bowl effectively to catch this Cadillac livery live? The problem that I had is thinking the very next day is this McLaren event that I've got to go to in London in the middle of the day, and then the Aston launch is at like 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. When is the Super Bowl UK time? Like, how messed up is my sleep schedule going to be if we're staying up for that? Like, I need to know, because I need to be up for this McLaren event. So I need to judge what, is it worth it? Is it worth it? It's going to be at like 3 a.m. Are you serious? 3 a.m. Are you serious? Nah. It's going to end at 4 a.m. But realistically, pull the blender. It's worth it. What? No pain, no gain. Nah. I don't think you guys understand. I can. The Red Bull launch. I woke up at 3 a.m. for the Red Bull launch. I can do that. I was actually surprisingly awake for 3 a.m. for the Red Bull launch. Staying up in my old age now is a difficulty. I can wake up early, no problem now. I've kind of flipped. I used to be a night owl. I could easily stay up to 3 a.m. and be like editing a video, doing Photoshop, making a livery. Now I'm early to bed. I'm an early riser, early to bed. I don't know if I can hack that. I might have a problem there. 11:30 it starts. Yeah, but realistically, when's the ad gonna be? The ad's gonna be like in the middle, right? So like, if it's 1 a.m., I could hack that. I can make that work. I've hit unk level. I have hit unk level. No, you know what it is? I've just hit a level of I'm prioritizing things in my life. If you were with me on Instagram, for example, over the last 2 years, you may have noticed I went on a bit of a health journey. And I basically sorted out my sleep schedule, because I used to wake up at like 10 a.m. and now every day I wake up at 6 a.m. To get shit done. So I don't know if I can hack 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. I could hack waking up at 3. But we don't know when the ad's going to play. Like, if the ad plays at 3, I could plan to wake up then and then boot up stream. If it's around half time, it'll be 1 a.m. Okay. I think we can hack 1 a.m. I think I can hack 1 a.m. I can hack 1 a.m. I'll have a coffee at like 6 p.m. and I can do that. I reckon I could do that. I reckon I could fly over to the US so it's a normal time for you. Okay, I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on from that comment. Second thing to do with this stream. Okay, I reckon we could hack 1 a.m. I reckon he'll get taken by ice. Yeah. We joke about that, but I told my PR managers the other day that this year I ain't doing any US Grand Prix. You will not see me step foot at the Miami Austin or Vegas Grand Prix this year. I'm not doing it because I will get called up. I will be asked about my papers. Okay, so I told them straight up, I don't care what brand invites me. I don't care how much bag they're going to give me. I will not be attending a USGP. I'm being deadly serious. I'm actually not risking it. That is a crazy stuff is going on in that country. And with my skin color, that ain't going to run. So, yeah, unfortunately, any American fans, you won't be catching me at any Grand Prix this year. And probably for the next 3 years. I'm going to be real. We'll see how the next year goes. We'll see if it's any better next year. But, yeah, Dan, send me your stream key. I'll do it on your behalf. No ban, I promise. Unfortunately, I just don't trust you enough for that last bit about no ban, I promise. So, yeah. Go to Canada again. You'll see... I would love to go back to the Canadian Grand Prix. I would love to go back to the Canadian Grand Prix, but yeah, no. It's you may think I'm being a bit overboard, but it's just genuinely like I've also done enough US Grand Prix. I've done Vegas twice. I've done Austin once. I've done Miami once. So it's not like I've not done them before. I know what they're like. I can wait it out. I can wait, to go to a different one. Down the line. I don't feel comfortable going to one this year. I don't want to be called up. But yeah. Anyway, what I was gonna say for the stream, for the Super Bowl stream, yeah, for Cadillac, I thought to make it interesting because it's gonna be majority of us Europeans. We're gonna be staying up late. It's gonna be just kind of watching some random ass sport that we don't watch. And maybe looking out for this advert. So I thought a way to spice it up, yeah? So it's an American sport. Why don't we turn the stream into like a bit of a fun sort of thing so I had an idea. Super Bowl watch-along with American food mukbang. I get some sort of like I get Wingstop or something, or some other American fast food chain like Popeyes. And I do a mukbang whilst we watch the Super Bowl together. And then we'll watch out for the Cadillac stream. Just to spice it up a little bit, just to make it a bit more... Because honestly, I'm going to be bored otherwise. I'm going to be bored at midnight or 11 p.m. Just like, we're watching some sport I don't watch, waiting for this advert. So I thought maybe let's spice it up, Let's do some sort... Because also, I'm not going to lie, recently, I've been watching a lot of American streamers. And I don't know if you guys know, there's one guy called Arky. He used to cameraman for Jason the Ween. That guy does so many freaking food streams. He does a billion Dugs. And you know what? It's inspired me. I'm like, that seems like a lot of fun. That seems like a lot of fun doing like some sort of like mukbang thing on stream. So why not? I feel like for a stream like that, where it's like, we've got nothing better to do, let's do it. Aren't you in weight loss, mate? I know I am, but that could be my cheat. I have one cheat meal a weekend, so that could be my cheat meal, a little cheeky Wingstop or Popeyes or something like that. What one meal like that's not going to break the bank, I can do that on a Sunday evening. And I work out on Monday morning. So really, it's just carb loading. Just carb loading for the next morning. So why don't we try that? I feel like that could be quite funny. And a little bit different, For those of you who stay up with me, I have a cheat meal every day. Yeah, I was there, buddy. I was there in 2023. It wasn't good. Right, let's continue looking on new photos, different angles of the Audi, the Alpine. I'm not going to lie, guys. The Audi nose cone is very beautiful. The rest of the livery, I really wish they changed it. But I can't lie, the Audi nose is beautiful. It's a nice little tidy nose. That is a nice nose. There's. What else have we got? Okay.
Just how special a moment was that to roll out of the garage with the number 1 on the car? It's a big
number
milestone
1
in your career, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's still...
There was a stat on
I
it.
saw it actually early on.
I think the next tweet is... No. There was a tweet stat. Oh, here it is. This is it. 5,000. How is this so perfect? 5,555 days since McLaren last had number 1 on their car. And of course, the last man they did it with was your boy, JB. Of course it was. Scripted, yeah. 555.
Just how
555.
special.
Still, you know, I saw it actually earlier on the timing screen, and it's still, I still find it, you know, just unbelievable. Like,
Taste
it's
of
still
freedom
a
mukbang, yeah.
crazy thing to see, especially when you see it now. You know, for now is really the first time I get to see it on my suit, on the car, on timing screens, all of these things, you know, and it looks good. So still a surreal feeling, the whole situation of being champion, but doesn't change anything apart from I'm at the top of the timing screens before we've even gone out because I'm the lowest number now.
Red flag the session.
On, but at the same time, you know,
That's what he'll be saying.
It's cool. It's great for the mechanics. It's great for
Just red
them
flag
to
it.
have that feeling and that honor. But it doesn't change anything otherwise. It's still hard work, a lot of work that we have to put into everything, and many laps we got to complete. So, but it's nice to know that I got that number on.
Just how
Sweet. What we said? Santander? No, all right. Oh, in the wet. That's a monster bit of spray, you know? That's a monster bit of spray. Hey, guys. Track action we won't be seeing when the real season starts, eh? You're not going to be seeing a car like this. You telling me on a race weekend they're going to let a car drive in these conditions? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are having a laugh if you think the FI are going to let this run in a race weekend. What about the water deflectors they're going to have? I think they tested that, but they didn't go through with it, right? They didn't fully go through with it. Oh, here we are, the Aston. 22 hours ago this was. I'm glad the Honda still sounds... It's going to be a bit mad sounding. I'm glad the Honda sounds throaty still. Pause. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. It broke down 5 laps later. We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that. You know, that can just be, you know, that can just be, you know, just leave that. Just leave that. But let's look at the Aston then, because this is our first proper look with the high def photos. Chunky nose, and some very interesting bits. You know, some very interesting bits. What does the blue light mean? I think the blue light is for like not at full speed. Correct me if I'm wrong. My educated guess would be the blue light means not at full speed, because they said they weren't going to run at full speed. But I could be completely wrong. That's just my guess. Is that they're the only team doing that, and they're the only team with the light. But yes, the Aston, very exciting, very, very exciting. And actually, you know what? I've queued this up. We're gonna do a little bit of our own little scribbling on the Aston. All right, we're gonna bring back 2014 Arav with Let's Talk. Let's have a look at everything here, because there are a lot of different bits going on in this Aston. All right, and it's nothing's groundbreaking per se. But it's just, you know, it's just interesting to look at. We got a massive, massive bulbous nose. Huge, gigantic nose. Gigantic nose. Kind of a la Brawn, you know? It's giving me Brawn GP vibes. Big ass nose. Big ass nose. Very flat main plane. You know, the McLaren like went up to here, kind of, you know? Very, very flat sort of thing. And then we move on here. You got the bargeboard area. The little flicky bits. This is going to create like a little vortex going this way, like this, down that way. We've got not an overbite. We've got the underbite, which I saw a tweet saying NEWEY preferred this at Red Bull, and his other engineers overseeded him. Big undercut. I mean, it's probably not even there. It's probably like more like this. Big, massive undercut. Absolutely are you seeing the difference going on here? The amount of space. You say the Mercedes and the Aston are a double floor. This is a double floor. This is a double floor, okay? We've got this sticky uppy bit. Bit of a flow control device. This as well. Flow control device. They've got the same thing on this side. They've got the horns back a la 2005. We've got an skinny vacuum sealed engine cover, and this opening for the air to come out here. So we've got some hot air that's going to be passed down here, and hot air is always a good thing in these situations to energize things. But look how, like, you know, so sealed to wherever this engine is in this car. We've got a nice little stay here. We've got this. This is where the suspension meets the wheel. It kind of comes up like this. So he's moved. I think, is it a push rod? I'm pretty sure it's a push rod. He's moved the push rod. He's moved that rod all the way up there to create a fake beam wing, because there's no more beam wings, which is the little secondary wing on the rear. He's basically made a beam wing with the suspension. And very interestingly, Aston haven't used the entire box of their rear wing, so they've got this divot. This rear wing goes like this. Like, it's got like a little piece to it because he hasn't used the full box. He's been able to indent it for a bit of upwashing. And that's going to create downforce on the rear end, okay? But big space here. You got the stay here, which is not as aggressive as Ferrari. Ferrari's one was like all the way up here. But it's a very NEWEY sort of car, you know? All the fine details are there, you know? You know, this, I'm going to put this in red. This will probably be easier to see. So this will create a vortice here off this tip. And so that's going to be all about energizing the air as it interacts here with the rear wing. I wouldn't be surprised if the Aston goes for a serrated shark fin, because that, again, will create tip vortices and energize that air interacting with the rear wing, okay? From the front, you've got, obviously, air coming in from inside, and it's going to be pushed through this channel. It's going to be almost like a big, like a tunnel, double floor effect tunnel going all the way through into here, and that's going to be towards the diffuser area, and that's very, very important. This entire area is very, very important. This beam wing, suspension de facto beam wing, very, very important there, and that's going to be interesting. So it's a very NEWEY car, you know, little tiny details that are nice to see, and details that we've not seen on other cars yet, you know. Where's another angle we've got? Here we go, different angle. Let's pick out what we can see again. From this angle, you can see a little bit more of the winglet. Oh, that's too tiny. Let's go to that. Winglet here. Very a la 2005. Okay, that's probably a bit too big on there. Let's go to 4. 4's good. Yeah, winglet there. So very 2005-esque sort of area in that little bit. You've got the sticky uppy bit here. That's for flow control. That's going to be, you know, helping air on this way. Here's that suspension. Look at that. That's literally like a beam wing across. Here you can see that curvature. It's like curving outwards. And you've got the little indent because Aston decided not to use the full width of the rear wing box. You've got the gap that all the top teams have been using. All the top teams here have been using. And all these bargeboard areas, by the way, the little bits. In the regulations, they're meant for in-washing, but you can bet that the teams are using it just to energize the air as it flows down into this area. Large undercut. Massive undercut area. That's a huge amount of real estate for air to flow through. And then here, big bulbous nose, but it gets tinier as we get through to the end. So it starts off wide and gets smaller. So it'll be interesting to see really what I don't fully understand maybe what the philosophy here is. It may be in terms of, like with the front wing area, that I don't think this is their real front wing. So I think their real front wing will play more of a part with this big, massive nose. There were some rumors about one team had developed an electronic system for the front wing front aero that didn't use hydraulics. Maybe Aston are that team. Maybe they're housing the electronics in this nose. I don't know. That's the conspiracy, you know, going on. We just don't know yet. We don't know. But this seems far too flat. Obviously, nothing on show here. Not very big Venturi sort of tunnel going here. So there's some interesting bits to look through. but we just can't prove how good this car might be. We just can't prove it. We just can't prove it. Oh, the music stopped at the right time. Come on, man. Right, there we go. Right, well, that was a nice little throwback to my 2014 days. If you're wondering what on earth waffle I'm blabbing about, I do have some credentials. I am actually an aerospace engineering graduate. Many years ago now, so it's probably a bit obsolete, but I still understand the basics about how a Formula car works with the aero and everything like that. And I still have etched into my memory the amount of bloody times my lecturer would bang on about vortex generators, and he had an accent, and the way he would go is like he would talk about the vortex generator energizing the boundary layer. And he would say it in such a like it's just ingrained in my brain, just the words like energize the boundary layer, and then there's constantly just in my head just him saying energize the boundary layer, energize the and that's all. That's literally half of what F1 is, just energizing boundary layers to keep the air stuck to the surface that it's crossing over. Anyway, that's enough nerding out. Let's move on. Alcaraz with the Fernando Alonso celebration. Fairs. Okay, that's the end of F1 then. That's the Aston ESPN tweet I got. The main man, is it? That's NEWEY, isn't it? NEWEY and Alonso chatting. Plotting. World domination. How old am I? You heard me mention uni being some time ago. Now you're asking my age. I'm 30, okay? I'm 30, okay? I am Unk. I'm Unk status. But they're plotting. They're plotting their world championship. That is crazy duo. Crazy. I haven't seen this video.
After a few weeks off.
Why is he talking about it? I want to hear from Fernando. Pushing 40. Bloody hell. Thank you.
Everyone did a good job at getting the car ready today. It was a long day for all the mechanics and everyone in the team, pushing flat out to get the...
Holy retirement home for you next year. Bro, do you want to step outside? Do you want to step outside? Do you want to step outside? Frickin' retirement
Car ready.
home.
Got a few laps in at the end of the day, and it was nice to get behind the wheel. You have to learn the car, understand its strengths and weaknesses, and just collect more information on these new cars. Hours have gone into this machine, so it was nice to get behind the wheel.
It's all very dramatic in black and white, innit? Very, very dramatic. Right, let's see. Williams. They've actually got a car for them to sit in.
You'd have to have leeway with that to move your head with.
Any difference?
They're back, baby. I've seen enough. Williams world champion. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I have simply seen enough. Now, to be fair, Williams have been announcing sponsor after sponsor. You see in this, they've not even got a car. And they're announcing 1, 2. I think there was a third one as well. 3, 4. Since them tweeting that they have not gone to testing, they've announced 4 new sponsors. How does that work? Huh? How? No car, no testing, and they've gained 4 sponsors. How do they do? How does this man do it? We can learn from this man for My Team Career Mode. How is he doing it? Something's not right. They're sandbagging. Yeah, they're sandbagging. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Am I Indian? Well, I mean, you can maybe guess. Yes, I am, but I am British as well. Helping out the it's Hauser with the £2 donation, helping out with a retirement fund. You know what, Hauser? Pensions here in the UK are so screwed. I'll take it. That might be more than my state pension gives me in 40 years' time. So thank you. Thank you for that. Holy PR team. It is very PR. They're maybe like papering over the cracks of no car with all the sponsors, you know? That's what I feel they're doing. Scuderia Ferrari. Let's see their official photos, huh? Aura. Unbelievable. Unbelievable aura here from the team. And let's hope that's not all they have. I really hope not. Right, let's go to Soy Motor. You mean 40 days for the retirement? I'm there now. I'm there. I for the last 5 years, I've seen some of my favorite streamers. They get or YouTubers. They get joked about with their chat about pushing 40, nearly in retirement home, and now I'm there. Now I'm getting those. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Great. Thank you so much. Let's see what Soy Motor has with their seemingly the only team to access this circuit. What were the lap times like? What are we saying? Oh, these are the number of laps. 500 laps for Mercedes. That's the lap, right? That's the number of laps. That's crazy. That's unbelievable. That's actually insane. For a new engine regulation, that's wild. I mean, maybe now this is showing, maybe the whole new engine reg thing was a bit overblown in terms of, in reality, it is last year's engine, just minus the MGH, but they had to kind of make up for the turbo lag and, you know, maybe a different configuration. I really was hoping for more unreliability. If I'm honest, I wanted more engine blow-ups, but this, 500 laps, it's over. Pack up the bags. Silver arrows. World domination. Thank you very much. That one average guy for 6 months of membership. Jeez, mate. I've only streamed for the last month. And you've been a member for 5 months, so I appreciate that. You've just been a member for the sake of being a member to the YouTube channel because you like the videos. And you know what? I respect you. I respect that a lot. Being a member just for the sake of you like the videos that much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's see some videos. What's this? Bloody Nora. Steady on cameraman. To be fair, I can't knock it. This guy's probably in a hill 5 billion meters away with the biggest camera. This guy's got a camera like this just going like that. Hold on. Hold steady. When will I return in Quadrant? Brother, I don't know if you guessed. I'm not in it anymore. I haven't been for about a year. Have we got some more videos? Please, I want to see some more shaky videos. Of the Ferrari, maybe? I saw a video... Oh, what's this one? Oh! He's done better there. He's steadied it on. I've seen enough. Aston World Champ. I've seen enough. Aston World Champion. I've seen enough there. Right, what else we got going on? Oh, yeah. Quite cool Lego news. This is quite cool. There's going to be there's a Lego Ferrari F2004. How cool is that? That looks mega. Michael Schumacher official with his family and estate with their blessing. Unbelievable. Really, really nice. Lego Icons F1 new product. Really, really cool. Really cool. I'm very tempted to get this. Definitely copping. I'm very tempted to cop it. I've been a bit bad. I copped the Senna. I copped the Senna Icons one last year. I still haven't built that. I need to build the Senna one, and then I'll get this, and I'll build this, and then I'll have Senna and Schumacher's car side by side on one of my shelves. That'll be sick. or even here in the background. Oh, maybe I should build the center, and I build this, and I'll put it either side of my shoulder, on top of the white background. That could be cool. DMV Hajora, thank you very much for becoming a biblical fan and a member. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mandy, you don't need a spam. Do I think the DLC will be good? I hope so. Yes. Live stream it. What? Me making Lego? What? People want to watch me make Lego? Are you serious? Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Look at that. They've got a removable engine cover. Removable engine cover. Brother, that's sick. And the wheels turn. That's really cool. That's a nice little collector's item, that is. Well done from Lego. Yes. Many yeses. Jeez. All right, fairs. All right, fairs. Now and then in the future. Maybe when I pick this up, we'll do a stream. We'll run a stream. And we'll do it. Right. What we got? Piastri running limited testing. Yeah, oh yeah, McLaren had an issue. Yesterday. They had an issue. A technical issue. Cut short McLaren's running. Only 48 laps. More than 100 fewer than Merck and Ferrari yesterday. That's a bit frustrating for them, of course, and frustrating for Piastri as well because he got less laps in the car. But I'm sure they'll be all right. They've got the Mercedes engine, so I'm sure it will be all right. Can you please make more 0% grip challenges with the NASCAR mod? I mean, there probably definitely will be one of those at some point in the first quarter of this year. I think we're overdue for one. Yeah. Lando has to miss half a day now. Oh, okay, fair enough. Papaya rules, huh? Papaya rules. They're trying to keep it fair. Do a Lego stream on the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, to be fair, maybe if we got enough time to kill on the Super Bowl stream for Cadillac, maybe we start the stream off with a mukbang, like American food mukbang, and then we go into building the McLaren Senna. Maybe we do that. That could be quite cool. Hamilton says Ferrari doing better than last year in F1 testing. I'll take that. I've seen enough. Ferrari, world champion. I've seen enough. Right, let's move on. Amazing amount of mileage in Barcelona. Very good. 85, 89 for Charles. Not bad. You want to get a lot of mileage? Yeah, he's used to a lot of mileage with the Merc cars, so quite good that he's quite happy about that. P7 instead of P8. Ooh, that's tough. Last year we had a worse start to testing. So considering this are complete brand new rules, it's better than we've experienced. Fairs, Hopium. Hopium is there in full rain. Hopium. Leclerc fastest for Ferrari on busiest morning of the first 2026 test. This was Jan 30th. So that was on the... Wait, oh, right. Okay, fine. Was this about today then? Busy morning. 8 cars at the same time. Fairs. 1 minute 16. 1:16. That's quite a good... That's a pretty fast lap, no? What was last year's pole? It was probably a 14, right? Or something like that. I don't know. What was it? Oh, it was a 1:11. Oh, my God. Jeez. They were quick. 1:11. I mean, they are meant to be slower. But that's what I mean. A 1:16, compared to how much slower these cars are meant to be, I think getting a 1:16 in testings, or shakedown, sorry, is pretty good. You feel like they probably shave off about at least 2 seconds, I feel, by the time they get to quali. So to only be how many is that? 2-3 seconds slower is pretty good, because I think they were saying the regulation technically was meant to be about 4 seconds slower. Yeah, we'll see. I think that the F1 teams always surprise you. these F1 teams are so good at just making these things so much quicker day by day, week by week, that yeah, there'll be a point where at the end of the season we're like, oh my god, damn, they've pulled back so much time. And also with the understanding of the battery as well will be a thing as well, for sure. Right. Yeah, this was 2/10 slower than Mercedes on Thursday. Pretty impressive. Okay, it was a fuel system issue for Piastri on the Thursday. Fair enough. Main interest was Aston, of course. Short runs only. Speed limit. Yeah, there was speed limits on the main straight. Okay, so we're not going to really see too much. That Haas, by the way, that Haas livery on track is gorgeous. It was a pretty good livery in the renders. But on track, it is a heater. It is a heater. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, what's the next bit? Gasly invests in Steiner's MotoGP. I just saw this. I thought, let's have a read of it. Gasly named as one of the investors in a new look MotoGP team. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Tech 3. Is it a new look Tech 3? So that's already a team that was there, and then they've just kind of done a revamp sort of thing. Strong conviction in the strength of Tech 3 and long-term growth of MotoGP. I mean, to be fair, MotoGP is now owned by Liberty Media. Also, you know what? I don't want to jinx it, guys, but I had an email the other day. Hopefully, catch me at a MotoGP race this year. My first ever one. Hopefully, I'm going to be going to my first ever MotoGP race this year. I don't know what one, but I hope that I will be there at some point for one of the races in MotoGP. I'm really excited to go to it because I've obviously played MotoGP like once a year, and it's a lot of fun. It's a bit funny, and I'm really bad at it. But I got an email, and hopefully at some point down the line, I'm gonna be working something out, and I'm gonna be going to a MotoGP race. I think that'll be pretty damn cool. I think that'll be pretty cool. I don't know which one yet. Obviously, Silverstone might make a lot of sense, but honestly, I'd rather kind of do a European one. You know, new culture, you know, experience the vibe and all that stuff, you know. Yeah, pretty cool. New investment for Tech 3. Long-standing MotoGP satellite team. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I get it. Okay, so it's not like one of the big guys, but it's one of the, like, you know, the customer teams, isn't that? A satellite team in MotoGP is basically like a customer team, right? Is how I understand it. Like they're like the B tier. They don't, you know, they get the stuff from the for the top team, but they don't maybe go as quick generally. Austria maybe. Austria could be quite cool. I want to go to Austria. I want to go to the Austrian Grand Prix, but usually the Austrian Grand Prix usually is quite bad timing for me because I think usually when is the Austrian Grand Prix? Not for MotoGP, I mean for F1, but also, yeah, I would definitely go to Austria for MotoGP. But the Austrian F1 is end of June, and June is like one of the biggest months of the year with the F1 game on my channel. So I don't really like to take a holiday and go away in June. When is Austrian MotoGP? Like, when is that? Austria MotoGP. I'm looking it up. Buy Austria tickets. Where is it? September. Oh, you know what? That might be a bit of me, you know. I could definitely do September. That'd be quite cool. Right, yeah. So that was quite cool. Gasly investing in MotoGP. Hamilton did a 1:16.3. Okay, Fez. NEWEY's. Okay, so this is the race's analysis of NEWEY's Extreme Aston Martin. Concept-wise, it looks like it's on the limit. That's why I say it's not groundbreaking, but it's as you would expect with NEWEY. He's really refined some of the ideas, you know. He's really refined the ideas. Zero pod concept, and then some. Not so much in terms of width, but in terms of the slimness, in terms of like the double floor. And like he says, he's surprised there's room for a radiator in there. Yeah, extreme double floor. Not a lot less airflow displacement as the car passes through it. Yep. Adrian's very good at working out the right compromises when it comes to creating most performances. So with the energy demands of the cars and the value of low drag, making use of it, perhaps he decided, yeah, that's a good point, you know. With the energy, the way the overtake mode is gonna work in active aero, drag reduction, reducing drag is going to be very important. Aero efficiency is going to be very important on this year's regulation. So maybe, yeah, this is a good point from Gary. Maybe Adrian has put his bets on ensuring the car is low drag while still getting enough downforce on the car. Just ban this. Yeah, is there a mod in chat? If you're going to spam, I'm going to time you out. Just please don't spam too much, all right? Very newy. Yeah, very, very newy. Very newy. Very newy. Right, what else we got? McLaren's early setback. We kind of already went through this. The early setback. Very high bar for performance. Yeah, Mercedes engine's doing 500 laps. It's crazy, though. Crazy. Are there any more? I think I made some new mods last stream, but maybe they're not in here. There are no mods. Great. Brilliant. I can mod you. I'm going to add you as a moderator, mate. I need some mods. Right, there you go. Mercedes sets the benchmark. It's not looking good, Brev. It's not looking good. It is not looking good, Brev. For everyone else. It is not looking good. Front wing and side pod comparison. Okay, this is now with the Aston. Obviously, the Red Bull still got 0 pods that way, but Aston definitely have 0 pods this way in terms of it being so high up. And then Merc and Ferrari and McLaren kind of in the middle, you know. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, who copies what, who's going to go what way. TM, this will be the strictest chat ever from now. He's become mod for 1 second and gone, right, this is it. No funny business. Yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see who converges on what. Like, if someone copies someone else. You know, in the same way Merc had the 0 pod and then it went to something else. It'd be interesting to see how that goes on, basically. Yeah, Dick Shaper, what? Dictatorship incoming. Jesus Christ, that was the worst slip-up of words ever. Bruh. Bruh. What else we got? This is just my For You now. Extreme Aston. Oh, here we go.
Martin F1 design didn't even hit the track until the final hours of the 4th day of the Barcelona F1 test and then broke down on its 5th lap. But when it does run properly, this could be a fearsome machine based on what we can glean from the 3 tantalizing images released so far. Our F1 technical expert Gary Anderson called the AMR26 extreme, aggressive, and on the limit of the 2026 rules concepts. From side pod depth so slender, Gary wonders if you can even fit a radiator in there, to a high letterbox shaped air intake with brutal exits in the engine cover, and a side pod design Gary thinks will work like an extreme double floor. This is a car that seems to be going all in on a low drag philosophy to make the best use of the energy demands of these new rules. As Gary puts it, there's no question this is an Adrian Newey F1 car. Adrian
Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, guys, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up. We just ticked over an hour. Good little chap and yap about Formula 1, the shakedown, going through a lot of different bits and bobs from F1 themselves, different teams. Our next stream is going to be, well, I think it might be the Super Bowl, to be fair. It might be the Super Bowl. I think it might be. Unless I stream randomly in the middle of next week, the next stream is going to be next Sunday, which will be for the Super Bowl. And as I said, it's I think it'll be a fun idea to, you know, we need to kill time. So let's do American food mukbang plus maybe some Lego building whilst we wait for the Cadillac stream, the Cadillac ad to drop. So I think that'll be my next stream. I appreciate you all hanging out. Have a good weekend too, Dan. Appreciate you jumping in as well, mate. Thank you very much to everyone else, and I will catch you guys around. Appreciate you chatting and hanging out. I'll catch you then. No car launches next week. No, there's no car launches apart from Williams are doing an online launch. If it seems worthwhile, last minute, I'll come live for Williams. But Williams have now said it's gone from a physical launch to a digital launch. So I don't know how much worth it's going to be. We'll see. But I'll catch you around either way. Definitely next Sunday for the Super Bowl, for Cadillac, and then maybe Williams as well. We'll see you. Goodbye.